back, you guys. Finally, to maybe fix this part. The dreadful buzzing sound. Hopefully. I went and relearned it, which literally only took maybe 15 minutes. You can kind of hear it. I don't know if this will work. Hold on. There it goes. It's getting louder. But we're going to be replacing the solenoid, wherever that is. There, it's right there. So that's the dreaded buzzing noise that the turbo solenoid creates. I don't know why, but so a while back I did like 2 or 3 things to try to fix it and it didn't work. First I thought it was the positioning sensor right there, which that didn't solve it. I don't know what was going on. So then I was like, oh, I'll re-oil the solenoid down there in the middle. It stopped for a little bit and then it came back. So now the next best thing is to get a new solenoid, which is right here. Here is the part number. You need it. Focus. Anyways, 9806151 solenoid control valve, brand new. I got a good screaming deal on it, so, but they're usually about $200-ish. And also when you do it, also get the banjo O-ring gasket, a little thing, because you have to unscrew the little turbo top of it and it will leak if you don't get a new one, which this is only like $4 or something. Yeah, it was like $4 just when you see. Anyways, yeah, definitely get one of these because you'll need it. It's really worth the money because it'll start leaking, then you have to take off the thing again. But anyways, yeah, here she is, brand new one. And you can get these on like Amazon and eBay and whatnot, but they say they'll work for a Ford 6-liter and a LBZ LLY, I think. So yeah, they but definitely don't want to kind of skimp on it. So I actually got an actual GM one because it's really worth it. I've talked to a couple people and see people who bought them on Amazon or wherever, and there's always a hit and miss and you have to send it back and new one, get your money back. Might as well just do it right the first time and actually buy a GM one. So first thing I'm gonna do is put this in oil, because you're supposed to, I don't know why it does that, but yeah, so put it in oil so the O-rings can be all good and go. It slip in, they're not, that's the main thing, is that you don't want to damage the O-rings and it slips in better with the oil. So I'm gonna put it in oil like I did in the other video. Just put in a cup of oil, let it sit for a couple minutes, but might be a little longer, but always put in oil first, and then we'll take the other one out, which is going to be using a 12-millimeter socket. So it's right there, that little rusty bolt, right, where's my finger, right there, down there. We're gonna take that off. That's the bracket that holds it, so take that off. And then I think the banjo nut, where is it at, is like I think it might be like a 10. It's right there. So you take that off and move out of the way, move that little oil feed. Come on, finger. Yeah, move that oil feed like just that way, so you can kind of pull it out because it's in the way. And I think I possibly moved it out enough I could just do it without, because when it's first installed, the thing's like right in the way. So I don't know, I think it might be a 13 or 14 or something like that bolt. So 14, 13, and 12, maybe a 10. But anyways, very common size. Anyways, so we'll get that off, but I'm gonna let the engine cool because I just barely got home, so it might be a little bit later. Oil, so good clean oil dipped in there, soak it a little bit, and then we'll install her. Okay, so it's a 14-millimeter. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, 14-millimeter, take it off because it's still kind of in the way. And we'll get down there in a second. Also, make sure you do not drop that plate, because I did that and it sucks because the way it's shaped, and it fell in the valley of it. Oh man, it was rough. I didn't do that. Now I did that last time, but here's the old one. It's kind of seen better days probably. And I did notice too, on the old one, the little tip right here on top would barely go down. You kind of had to push it a little harder, which that's probably what it is now. But I did the other one. Let me show you. So here it is. So you just barely pushing on it, like you can feel a difference. Like the one was like super hard to push down. So it's in there in the oil. So we're gonna get her in the truck now. Let's see if I can show you the other one real quick. See, it's kind of like scratchy, feeling like really rough to push down. But yeah, there she is. Out with the old and with the new. She's in. Kind of be careful with the O-rings on it. And let's get her put back together. This is the hard part. Just trying to line all that up and line up the little 8mm bolt. This is the rough part. So always carry a magnet with you because it might fall. And then that plate too. Be careful. I cannot stress that enough. So we got her on. I'm just trying to. It actually went on a lot easier than I thought it was going to go on. So got her kind of lined up, and that's where she should be. So got to kind of watch for that. Now time to put on the banjo O-ring seal thing on the top and screw in. Make sure she runs good. If not, we got to make sure to recalibrate it. Maybe sometimes some people say you do, some people say they don't. But we might have to go to the dealership and recalibrate it tomorrow. But we'll see. So far, so good. I don't see any oil leaking, which is good. Make sure there's no oil coming out of there. I just gotta wipe up the rest of it, and then make sure there's no oil coming out of the bottom right there. And you should be good. Seems to be running pretty good, so it's pretty nice. The answer right here. This will tell you. Come on, you're gonna do it? If you're, nope. I'm just waiting for that little rattling, screeching sound. Well, it made a little buzzing sound, but it wasn't as bad as it usually is. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll go to GMC, have them just retune it or relearn it, and then, I don't know. I don't know what that next problem would be. Something, maybe the vanes or something. But I'll let you know in a minute, or I'll do it tomorrow. I'm gonna go drive it tomorrow and relearn it, and then I'll let you guys know. What's up, guys? We're back finishing this video. So I've driven the truck for probably about, I don't know, I want to say over a week after I got done with the solenoid and had to retune it or recalibrate it, and to no avail. Still doing the same thing. I don't know what the heck is going on, but from that other video where I did the burnout, it literally stopped doing it for like a day, and I was like, oh, maybe it just needed to be ran like super hard or something, but it came back. And yeah, I have no clue, because even the GM tech over at the dealership, I told him what was going on and had no codes, no check engine light, and he checked it too through his through the tech too, and it had no issues, no codes going through that he could see. And he's like, well, since it's not doing anything, he has no clue. The only thing he could say is maybe another turbo, which that's, you know, a couple $100 to over $1,000, which I want to do compounds and or bigger turbo or something. But yeah, he's like, that's pretty much where your next option is, because I bought new solenoid, I bought new position sensor, I've cleaned it out, I've done some stuff to it, I re-oiled it and whatever. I'm like, I don't know what the heck's going on. So that's, I don't know. If you're having an issue, it might work for you, but it literally, to recalibrate it, it literally took like maybe 6 to 10 minutes, if that. So it's not that bad of a deal, but yeah, so it sucked. Yeah, so pretty much spent almost $200 on a solenoid that I don't need. No, don't need anymore. So, but what can you do? So that's where we're at. But thanks for watching. Hopefully this video helped you out.